Bing, bing, bing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sirree. How about you? Come on. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I am your host, Bart Burke. We are breaking the silence of 5 weeks. Yeehaw. How's our volume? Jimmy Payton, welcome. What's going on? I'm at my desk here. I'm doing my thing. Going handheld, no mic, blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of things are going on. It's been an exciting 5 weeks, boys and girls. Let me tell you what. Phew. Before I get into whether or not it's time to add nitrous or not and something's up or this or that, let's get down to sponsors. Bring it on home. First and foremost, NETMINDER, E-Paint, photoreactive. This stuff works, boys and girls. It makes the habitat for growing the little micro algae stuff that clogs it up. It doesn't grow on there. But it allows nice flow, and all the other little juvenile fish and crabs and stuff like that do not have to fight so much because the flow is going through. And also the oysters are also getting a lot better coating, a lot better flow, so that they're actually growing better as well. So I strongly recommend checking out NETMINDER if you're doing anything in the water. It really, really works. Makes my job a little bit easier because I don't have to scrub and I don't make a mess and I don't cloud up the water and people, it's good stuff. Doing a good thing. So I strongly recommend to check out NETMINDER. Bring it on home. Next sponsor on the list is Cornell Cooperative Extension. They've done a lot for me in my life. They've helped me a lot. They've taught me a lot. Hats go off to Cornell Cooperative Extension. As with all of the companies and 401s and nonprofits and good groups, Peconic Baykeeper, our landlord, Mauritius Bay Project, another person. All of these guys are having a tough time, and Cornell Cooperative is, of course, also having a tough time. What are they having a tough time with? Well, they're having a tough time with some funding and some, things are coming in. Things are getting a little scarce. All of these guys they're doing what they gotta do, man. And any help that we can give these guys, please. It doesn't necessarily have to be monetarily. Talk them up. Say, wow, did you see what these guys are doing? And, again, publicity is a good thing. Please come out and support Cornell Cooperative Extension, Mauritius Bay Project, Peconic Baykeeper. There's a bunch of different restoration things for the waters in your area that you can belong to. Those are just a couple in my immediate area, but there's a big, vast, huge network out there of people that are doing good for the environment with oysters, with oyster reefs, with rebuilding, with just all kinds of good stuff. So please check it out. And of course, the HOC. The HOC, the Happy Oyster, coming to you live. We used to come to you live each and every Saturday. I can't say that anymore. We've been silent for a little bit. And I strongly recommend that you subscribe. And you subscribe right now and you hit that bell and give us a fat thumbs up before we go any further. Please, I appreciate it very much, the support that all of you have been giving us. Please come out and give us a little hand and help us out and subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Good morning, Josephine. Good morning. And please come over to our Instagram. Our Instagram also gives us a lot of great share knowledge to the people out there of what's going on. The reason I say to subscribe and to go to Instagram is because we are no longer going, at least right this second, and for the, I'll wait. I'll hold on that for a half a second. Good morning, Todd. Good morning. Before I get into nitrous oxide and the effects of nitrous oxide and blah, blah, blah. I'm still on the whole subscribe, the promote, the buy, to do, to have fun, and all of that stuff before I get into the details of what's going on at the HOC. Bring it on home. All right. Thank you, Josephine, for liking that Instagram photo right now. I appreciate that very, very much. See, now Josephine is following the rules. Hats up. Mwah. Love you, girl. Thank you so much for helping out. Special shout out to Josephine. Ring the bell. Where is it? Let me get, here it goes. Kind of lame. I'll work on that. All right, so anyway, we're up and running. We got 5 people watching. Bring it on home. Instagram, sponsors, Cornell, all of those guys. Subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up, blah, blah, blah. Now, the reason that I asked you, oh, that's what I wanted. The reason that I asked you to subscribe is it so that you are up to date at the absolute second that something might happen. Now, something happened, and if you weren't a subscriber, you weren't going to be able to get to see it or get notified because we got 33 views on a video. Not a hair in my mouth. 33 views off of a video that I published, and it was only up for about 15, 20 minutes. I had some not correct information in there. I had ran it through and I wanted somebody else to see it, so I put it out there, boom, boom, boom. You know, again, I don't like just boom, let me put it out there. Let's see, if it was good, then it would have stayed. If it wasn't good, I was gonna get taken off and probably never get redone until the next time. But anyway, 33 views, some guys got to see it. Gary saw it. If Gary's on, Gary's probably driving the truck. He's an 18-wheeler driver guy. Hats off to Gary. Thanks for giving me the thumbs up, man. I appreciate it. You know, all that support. So again, I would strongly recommend to subscribe because then you would have been able to see the controversial video. Ooh, that's exciting, isn't it? All right, back at you. Bring it on home. Today's notes for today. I ran out of my current pad is got 1 sheet left. So I was kind of scrapping, so I pulled a piece of butcher paper off and folded it up and made today's notes for today's show. Resourceful, aren't I? Yeah. It's called Extreme Ownership, and I kind of strongly recommend that some people start to think about maybe implying it in your life, extreme ownership. Look it up, check it out. One of my buddies, Jocko Willink, has been really helping me out with that during this whole COVID thing. And the COVID thing has really made me up my game. When something bad happens to you, you have to step back and you have to say, good, yeah, baby, bring it on home. I'm excited because now that requires me to up my game. I have to up my game to conquer. I have to plan. I have to do. So, adding nitrous. What is nitrous? Nitrous is probably the world's oldest anesthesia. It's a laughing gas. We don't need it for that because we're always happy at the Happy Oyster. We don't need any gases to do that. Nitrous oxide also works as a propellant for fatty substances such as whipped cream. You know, that's the stuff that's inside of. Not that I would know any of that stuff at all, but that's what's inside. Nitrous oxide, what I do know is that back when I was in my youth, there used to be some guys that had these fancy little bottles in their car back in the trunk, and then they had this little switch, and they hit the switch, and kaboom, this car just took off like a rocket ship. I mean, kaboom, shoo, woo. I was flabbergasted when I was young. I am now going to say, now, this is a public announcement. I strongly recommend any of the youths out there that are watching me, or anybody else for that matter, do not ever get into a car that has nitrous oxide in it, okay? Because what happens is that you get in this thing, and if you don't trust the guys behind the wheel, and you don't know, because when you add nitrous, you add like a lot of horsepower and a lot of power, and maybe the rest of it can't quite handle it, i.e. tires, suspension, okay? These things are pretty important for control. So I strongly recommend to be very, very careful if you step inside or get into a car that has nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide has the ability to, when you hit the trigger, it makes your face back like this, and you're like, ah! Okay, that's what nitrous oxide does, all right? It's crazy. So when you add nitrous oxide to a company, you have to be really, really careful, okay? Because it could just take you, again, everything's got to be on the money. Your pistons have to be right, the head has to be right, the valves have to be right, the timing has to be right, the suspension, the tires, the chassis, the steering, all of this shit has to be right on the money. Because when you hit that thing, it's woo! So, back to, oh my dog, I just meant woof and my dog just got a little excited inside. I have no idea. In my past life, an 8K meant that a company was going to come out with some news. In 8K, I was going to be a stockbroker way back, way back. I thought about it, you know. I thought about taking the test and going through the motions, and then I could handle other people's money and charge them a commission for telling them things that it's I'm glad I didn't do it, okay? Because you're sitting at a computer all day long, and that's really not me. And I just couldn't, you know, I did it for myself a little bit, and I had a really good time, and it was pretty good. But it just was not, you know, and I've been very skeptical of the stock market for the last 2 years, and I'm really not going to get into why. Just whatever. I'm not even going to go there, all right? I'll get that to the rest of it. So that's what an 8K does. So usually when a company, especially a public company, goes silent, you start to wait for the 8K. You either start to research for the 8K, you maybe go, or you sniff, or you make phone calls, or you do whatever. I'm talking years and years ago, before the internet, all right? You might even take a road trip to go see what the hell is going on the, you know, depending upon what the company was or how much money you had invested in that company or what you thought. Because this is a hobby. I just happen to like companies. I just like business. I'm really not a sports guy. I'm into CEOs and stuff like that. This is my past life, okay? Now, just because I like to make money does not mean my ethics are bad. Please don't mix up ethics and making money. If we start to mix those two up, things start to get ugly. So let's not do that. There's no need for that. We can do it all ethically, very nicely, and transparently. That's what public companies do. HOC is not a public company yet, but I have been treating it like a public company from the get-go, up until 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago, the HOC went silent. We went silent for a couple of different reasons. Again, one of them being time. I just don't have the time to put into the channel and into a weekly show right this second. I need to do other stuff. I got some earplugs on today. I'm going to be wearing earplugs for the rest of the day because I'm doing stuff that requires you. Tomorrow is a whole nother day. I might need to wear waders all day long. And it just keeps, I might need to wear hip boots because this shit is so deep that I'm having problems getting through it. You know what I mean? I might even have to wear a tie once in a while, okay? Oh, yeah. Can you imagine being a tie? So where are you going with this, Bart? Back to the notes. The time factor is a biggie. I started reading again. I recommend you guys, if you don't pick up a book ever, that's fine. If you're gonna wanna maybe thinking about picking up a book, if you've never read before or you're not into reading, I'm not meaning that you don't know how to read. I mean physically read a book, all right? A book like this, you know, it's got pages, the whole 10 yards. This is the current book I'm reading, all right? Whoops, upside down. Oh, upside down again? Whatever, you get the idea. I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. Ted Turner was a crazy dude. He was a loudmouth. He was ugly. He was extremely successful. He was a beautiful guy. Towards the end, he was extremely philanthropic. He was one of the largest landowners in the private owners in the United States. He started CNN. Ted Turner. This is his story right here. I strongly recommend it. It's kind of inspirational. It's inspirational to me. Some people said I'm inspirational to them, so if it's well. So I started to read 1 hour a day, or I meditate, or I think, or I write, or I plan. When you add nitrous, everything's got to be on the money. I'm adding nitrous right now. I'm going to be silent for another 5 weeks. Sorry, I said it. Where does that take us? While I'm adding nitrous. That takes us to November the 28th. 2 days after Thanksgiving. Lots going to go on from now until then. Scallop season, oh, I'm looking at my calendar. Scallop season opens on Monday, boys and girls, by the way, November the 2nd, which is a week and a little bit away. 5 more weeks. I'm sorry, gotta do what you gotta do. All right? I love you guys. What else can I say? It hurts me just as much as it hurts you. Please go out there, share. No, not even close, R-Man. Not even close. Quite the other way. I mean, really quite the other way. It's crazy. A nightmare? No way. No way. It's a dream come true, boy. It is having fun and enjoying life is what it's all about. That's what it's all about. All right. It's kind of a cloudy, nasty day. Temperature is 65. I want all you guys to have fun. I want all you guys to be cool. How long have we been on for? 17 minutes. That's pretty good. Absolutely, Jimmy. Remember, hit that thumbs up, baby. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. I know you're a subscriber, but tell everybody else is a subscriber. Hit them up. All right? We're having a blast. We're having fun. I might be out, tentatively. All right? That's when I'm going to put out the next 8K. It's going to be November the 28th. Now, once in a while, you have an emergency 8K, you know? The holiday season's going to start kicking in on November the 28th. So let's look at the positive. I know you guys are pissed off. When something bad happens, you got to say, good. Remember? Up your game, boys and girls. I'm not saying you can watch old episodes. You can go to my old channel. You can go watch old episodes. Don't find a new form of entertainment. Find a new form of entertainment for the next 5 weeks. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I guarantee you it is going to be exciting. Thank you, Todd. I love you guys for the support. Enjoy. Have fun. I want everybody to be cool. I want everybody to be kind. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to vote. Okay? Vote, vote, vote. That's a scary thing, too. I want everybody to be cool, be kind, be happy, stay safe, and eat me, and vote. I'll see you in 5 weeks. I almost said next week.